Singapore has been described as a playground for the rich, and it is true that the small city-state does have a certain sheen of wealth. But Singapore offers more than just high-end shopping malls, luxury hotels, and fine dining. There is also a vibrant history and diverse ethnic quarters to discover, along with many family-friendly attractions, and lovely public spaces, that makes visiting this slightly futuristic city worthwhile. Singapore has an excellent public transportation system, that makes getting around convenient and easy. Once you have gotten a sense of a metro map, you'll have no problem zipping from one part of the town to the next. English is spoken everywhere and signs are in English as well. In fact, Singapore is one of the easiest and most comfortable countries to navigate in Southeast Asia. For ideas on things to see and do, these are the top attractions to visit in Singapore. Number 10. Singapore Botanic Garden. A testament to Singapore's reputation as a city in a garden. The Botanic Gardens is this country's first UNESCO heritage site, joining the ranks of iconic landmarks such as Cambodia's Angkor Wat and the Great Wall of China. Established in 1859 by the Agri-Horticultural Society, 60 acres of land were transformed from a disused plantation into the popular recreational garden you see today, as well as being a favorite recreation venue for jogging, dining, or just lazing about. The sprawling grounds are also a leading center for botanical and horticultural research. Highlights includes the National Orchid Garden, which boasts the world's largest orchid display with over 60,000 plants and orchids plants. Meanwhile, the Singapore Botanic Garden Heritage Museum features interactive and multimedia exhibits, and panels that details the garden's rich heritage. Kids have a blast at the Jacobs Valles Children Garden, where they can play and learn about plant life. A host of restaurants and cafes are also available to satisfy thirsty and hungry visitors, after a day out of the sun. Number 9. Universal Studios Singapore. Southeast Asia's first Hollywood movie theme park, Universal Studios Singapore features an enticing selection of attractions, rides, and entertainment for families and thrill seekers. Indeed, 18 out of 24 movie-themed rides were designed just for the Singapore park. There are 7 uniquely designed zones, each themed after icons of the movie world. You will find the renowned Hollywood Walk of Fame at the Hollywood Zone. As you venture into New York, the landscape evolves into impressive city skylines. Here, you can step onto a movie set and experience the destructive force of a hurricane, with special effects produced by Steven Spielberg. Performances at Universal Studios Singapore are equally spectacular. A cinematic experience that allows visitors to physically feel the action of the movie. Located in the Lost World Zone, the Waterworld performance based on the blockbuster film features death-defying stunts and jaw-dropping explosions. After an exhilarating day out, replenish your energy between the attractions and step into many themed restaurants across the parks. Number 8. Chinatown. No trip to Singapore is completely without a visit to Chinatown in the Out Ram district. Anticipate flavor some cuisines at cheap prices from Chinatown street markets and Tello Ayer Street. Must-see cultural landmarks like Singapore's oldest Chinese temple, the Unhook King Temple, and great shopping destinations like Pagoda Street, once an enclave for Singapore's Chinese immigrant population. The Chinatown of today is much beloved for its blend of old and new. With historic temples and traditional medicinal halls, sitting along bold new bars and trendy lifestyle shops. You'll be able to spend an entire day exploring this vibrant city, which encompasses the neighborhoods. Whether you're exploring century-old temples, or making new friends at the hip watering holes, there's always a new experience to be had in Chinatown. Gain insights into Singapore's rich, multi-ethnic culture by visiting some of country's most fascinating places of worship, located in the heart of Chinatown. This age-old precinct is home to myriad different cultures, is the only Chinatown in the world to boast a Buddhist temple, a mosque and a Hindu temple along a single street. This is an area that's proud of its heritage and has its very much on display. Number 7. Sentosa. The best attractions in Sentosa all shared one thing in common: fun and lots of it. This man-made island, accessible via a small bridge from the main Singapore island, is jam-packed full of entertaining things to do, many of which are geared towards families with young kids. Sentosa is famous for the massive resorts world, which in itself contains many fun things to see and do. Sentosa is also home to all of the best beaches in Singapore. All featured attractions are easy to get to. Over the course of its remarkable history, Sentosa has transformed into a beloved island resort, best known for its tropical beaches, luxurious hotels, and thrilling attractions. Whether you're looking for an adrenaline rush or a day of bold exploration, a world of adventure awaits you at Sentosa. Avid explorers looking to discover the island's varied charms and natural landscapes will be able to choose from a range of inspiring activities. Number 6. Raffles Hotel Singapore. Raffles welcomes you as they write a new chapter after an extensive restoration, breathing new life into the storied hotel. The restoration was designed to ensure that they retain what is so special about Raffles. The ambience, the service, the charm, and the heritage of the hotel. Experience the legendary service as you enjoy a newly opened bars, restaurants, and boutiques. West exploring graceful courtyards and relaxing and cozy social spaces. With enhanced comfort and splendor for the discerning traveler, immerse yourself with this striking architecture and graceful service. For that unique feeling of being somewhere very special, in the heart of the business and civic district. Easily the most famous hotel in Singapore, no other establishment epitomizes the island colonial history better than Raffles Hotel Singapore. Today, the Raffles Hotel Singapore is a heritage icon, and its storied elegance, compelling history and colorful guest list continues to draw travelers from around the world. Number 5. Gardens by the Bay. No attractions in Singapore is as mesmerizing as Gardens by the Bay. Located in Marina Bay, the park is one of Singapore's most recognizable landmarks. Since opening in 2012, it's become one of the most coveted attractions in the world for travelers. Gardens by the Bay is most famous for its dramatic super tree growth, during the grove's nightly live show, vibrant color dances in the evening sky to the sound of music. If you've seen photos of Singapore tourist attractions, you probably recognize the futuristic super trees that dot the small island cityscape, but these man-made tree structures are just one aspect of an ambitious, completely modern urban garden project. As you explore Gardens by the Bay at your leisure, be sure to keep an eye out for floral fantasy. The second of the garden's 3 indoor conservatories delves into realms of both history and fantasy. Number 4. Clarke Quay. The best attractions in Clarke Quay offers visitors a great range of alternative things to see and do, which doesn't purely revolve around nightlife. Surely, Clarke Quay is famous for its stunning waterside restaurants, an exciting collection of bars and clubs, but the area has so much more to offer. Most of the top-rated attractions around Clarke Quay are walking distance from MRT station. Carefully chosen selections include a host of family-friendly activities and cultural visits that are perfect for the daytime hours. The Singapore River lies at the heart of Clarke Quay, providing the central artery for this area's thriving nightlife scene. However, the river offers visitors much more than just a picturesque spot to calm for food and drink. Both tours are available that cruise up and down the entire length of the river, taking advantage of all interesting sights along the way. Number 3. Orchard Road. The Orchard Road in Singapore is hands down the most delightful shopping avenue in the city-state. It is world's famous shopping destination that will satisfy every whim and fancy of the shopaholic in you. Just make sure you have enough time on hand to explore all places to visit in Orchard Road. Since there is so much to see and do in this expansive and attractive high street, with a fine collection of cutting-edge shopping malls, plenty of restaurants, flagship designer boutiques, and endless entertainment options. The Orchard Road is among the most in-demand retail neighborhoods in Singapore. It isn't just the most visited shopping destinations here, but also the best one is providing leisure amenities and fine dining options. It is a one-of-its-kind adventure with over 5,000 establishments that offer the ultimate lifestyle experience to tourists as well as locals. Number 2, Singapore Flyer. Singapore Flyer is a giant observation wheel at downtown core Singapore, which was officially opened on the 15th of April 2008. With construction having taken about 2.5 years, it has 28 air-conditioned capsules, each able to accommodate 28 passengers, and incorporates a 3-story terminal building. The Singapore Flyer was first conceived in the early 2000s. The project was formally announced and endorsed on the 27th of June 2003 by the Singapore Tourism Board with a signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. Formalizing the understanding between the developer and Tourism Board with regard to the land acquisition process. A giant observation wheel that stands amidst the skyscrapers in the Singapore skyline. The Singapore Flyer is the go-to attraction for the most magnificent views of the city. Number 1, Marina Bay Sands. Marina Bay Sands is a destination for those who appreciate luxury and integrated resorts notable for transforming Singapore city skyline. It comprises 355 story towers of extravagant hotel rooms and luxury suites with personal butler services. Marina Bay has been the biggest winner in the fast-paced development of Singapore. The whole of Marina Bay area has undergone a transformation of epic proportions, and it's now a de facto center of Singapore for visitors. The 5.5 billion Marina Bay Sands complex is the focal point of the bay, and many of the great things to do and see in the area revolve around with epic building and resorts. The variety of attractions at Marina Bay wouldn't be complete without the famous Merlion, Singapore's symbol and most sought-after photo op. Aside from pretty things to see, the area is packed full of fun and fascinating things to do as well. All of which are great for the whole spectrum of different visitors that flock with a stunning spot every year. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked this video, hit the like button, also subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon so you never miss an update.